Dear students, in this lecture, we will study geometric sequence. Let us study geometric sequence. By a geometric sequence, we mean a sequence of the form x raised to n, where x is a fixed real number. This type of sequence is called a geometric sequence. We will study convergence and divergence of this sequence. Let us take a theorem. If 0 is less than x is less than 1, then the sequence x raised to n converges to 0. So, if x is positive number less than 1, then the sequence x raised to n converges to 0. Proof. Let us begin with the given condition. 0 is x is less than 1. This implies if we multiply the inequality by x raised to n, then this will imply that x raised to n into 0 is less than x raised to n into x is less than x raised to n. So note that x raised to n is positive, hence the inequality is preserved when we multiply by x raised to n. So this implies that 0 is less than x raised to n plus 1 is less than x raised to n. This holds for all n, hence this implies that the sequence x raised to n equals to 1 to infinity is non-increasing. It is non-increasing sequence. Further, the sequence x raised to n is lower bounded as x is greater than 0, that is 0 is less than x raised to n is greater than 0 for all n belongs to I, that is for all positive integers this is old. Hence, the sequence x raised to n takes values from 1 to infinity is lower bounded. Say this is second statement. We have studied convergence of monotone and bounded sequences. So this is non-increasing and lower bounded sequence, hence it is convergent. So let us write the conclusion from first and second. The sequence x raised to n is convergent. As it is convergent, its limit will exist finitely. It is convergent, hence its limit will exist finitely. Let L is equal to limit of this sequence, and it exists finitely because it is convergent sequence. Let us see the sequence x raised to n plus 1. What are terms of this sequence? Terms of this sequence are x square, x cube, x raised to 4 and so on. What are terms of the sequence x raised to n? Terms of sequence x raised to n are x, x square, x cube and so on. So it is easy to observe that this sequence is obtained from the sequence just by removing first term and keeping rest of the terms as it is. Just first term is removed. So this is a subsequence of this sequence. The sequence x raised to n plus 1 is subsequence of this sequence. As this sequence converges to L, its subsequence also converges to L. So if sequence converges to limit L, then subsequence also converges to its limit, that is L. Hence, so let me put this in words as, or since x raised to n plus 1 and is equal to 1 to infinity is subsequence of x raised to n limit of x raised to n plus 1 is also equal to L. Now consider x raised to n plus 1, we can write it as x into x raised to n. On taking limit, we will get limit of x raised to n plus 1 as n tends to infinity equals to, so note that we are taking limit with respect to n, so x is constant while evaluating this limit, and we can take the constant outside because we are evaluating limit with respect to n. So x raised to n, this implies L is equal to XL. This implies L is equal to XL. This further implies that L into 1 minus x is equal to 0. This is possible only when L is equal to 0 or 1 minus x is equal to 0. But 1 minus x is equal to 0 would imply that x is equal to 1, which is not possible because x is less than 1. So we must have L equal to 0. L is equal to 0. And this proves our desired result that the sequence x raised to n converges to 0 when 0 is less than x is less than 1. So this completes the proof of this result. Let us see another result. If x is greater than 1, if x is greater than 1, then x raised to n is equal to 1 to infinity, diverges to infinity, diverges to infinity. Let us see proof of this result. Now, in earlier theorem, we used the convergence of monotone and bounded sequences. In this result, we have to use divergence of monotone and unbounded sequences. So, proof, as in the last theorem, we began with the given condition. We are again beginning with same condition that x is greater than 1. Multiply the inequality by x raised to n. So this gives that x raised to n plus 1 is greater than x raised to n. Note that inequality is preserved because x raised to n is positive. Since x is positive, in fact it is greater than 1. So inequality is preserved. This holds for all n belongs to I. This holds for all positive integers. Hence, the sequence x raised to n is equal to 1 to infinity is non-decreasing sequence. It is non-decreasing. This is first. If it is bounded, then it will become convergent. But what we have to prove, that it diverges to infinity. So, it cannot be bounded or upper bounded. And we obtain this by contradiction. Suppose, on contrary, that x raised to n is equal to 1 to infinity is bounded or is upper bounded. It is already lower bounded by first term. Every non-decreasing sequence is always lower bounded by first term. So, on contrary, we are assuming that x raised to n is upper bounded. So, it is non-decreasing and upper bounded. We know that every non-decreasing and upper bounded sequence is convergent. So, by using the result which I just mentioned, we can write that then x raised to n is equal to 1 to infinity is convergent. Okay. So, as in the last theorem, we can take L as limit of xn. This limit would exist finitely because it is convergent. The sequence x raised to n plus 1 is again a subsequence of x raised to n, and by with this argument we can get that L is equal to 0, because we will have the equation L is equal to XL by using the fact that both sequences x raised to n plus 1 as well as x raised to n both converge to L, and we will have the limit L equal to 0. But this is a contradiction. Why is it? Let me explain this. Since x is greater than 1, x raised to n is also greater than 1 for all n belongs to I. So, on taking limit, note that we have to be careful. This is a strict inequality, but on taking limit, you have to consider the equality case as well. So, I have to write here greater equal to on taking limit, because in limiting position, this is a constant sequence, so its limit will be 1. Let me skip that part and write it that this limit is greater equal to 1. So, limit of x raised to n is greater equal to 1 as n tends to infinity. This implies that L is greater equal to 1. If I call this as second statement, then it would contradict the second statement. This contradicts second statement. Hence, our assumption was wrong that x raised to n is upper bounded. So, x raised to n is not upper bounded sequence, is not upper bounded. It is already a non-decreasing, and we have proved the result that a monotone and non-decreasing, and monotone I mean a non-decreasing and non-upper bounded sequence diverges to infinity. So, it is what? Non-decreasing and non-upper bounded. It follows that x raised to n diverges to infinity. Diverges to infinity because it is non-decreasing and non-upper bounded. This is what we wish to prove. So, we have proved two results. If 0 is less than x is less than 1, then x raised to n diverges to 0, and if x is greater than 1, then it diverges to infinity. Let me give you some generalized results at this point. The first result is this: x raised to n is equal to 1 to infinity converges if and only if x lies between -1 and 1, including 1. I have given you a detailed proof of this result in the solution of exercises. I have provided you theory notes as well as solutions of exercises. So, I would request you to refer to the solutions of exercises or problems, and there you can find proof of this result. Otherwise it diverges. So, second result is if -1 is less than x is less than 1, then x raised to n converges to 0. If x is equal to 1, then it converges to, then it converges to 1. And finally, if x is less than -1 or x is greater than 1, then it diverges. Then x raised to n diverges either to -infinity or +infinity. Diverges, that is sufficient. So if you remember these three results, then you can guess for what values of x this sequence will be convergent or divergent. For example, if I take say 1/2 raised to n, then this is a geometric sequence. As 1/2 is less than 1 and it is positive, it will converge to 0. On the other hand, if I take 2 raised to n, as x is greater than 1, it will diverge to infinity. So with these results, you can obtain convergence and divergence of geometric sequences. Thank you.